Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you are the new on the channel, please subscribe and share and like the video. How to speak in English. This is the topic for today. So, I would like to tell you, and I'm very happy to introduce you that how to speak in English. In English, if you want to speak in English, it is very easy. But the thing is, what you have to do is hard work. Hard work, and every day you have to be consistent about learning English. Learning English is easy, but it is a day-to-day practice. Every day you should buy a newspaper. The first thing, read the newspaper at least 1 hour. 1 hour read the newspaper. What will be the benefit over there? When will you read the newspaper? Mostly read the editorial pages. Editorial pages, you will find the lots of vocabulary. Now your vocabulary will be improved. You have to highlight those words, the new words, or the word which are difficult to pronounce. Write down those words on the Google and hear the correct pronunciation of that word. So now you can know uh, very better that what is the correct pronunciation of that word. So the first thing is that you have to read the editorial page and highlight the new word and find the meaning and also the correct pronunciation of that word in the Google. Now, another thing is that write at least 500 to 1000 words every day. Writing skills is must do activity if you really want to learn English. Because why? When you will write, so your mind will also become sharp. So write down the correct and the proper way. Okay, 500 to 1000 words you have to write every day, and you will also find that after writing at least 1 month, your vocabulary will also improve. And now the second turn is listening. You can listen the English news channels, you can listen the movie, you can watch the English movie, so that you can make sure that your listening skills will be proper. So if you will communicate with the other person, so if your listening skills are better, so you can communicate in a better way, and your chances of the improvement of the English will be also become better. Now the turn comes on the speaking. So for the speaking, I would like to tell that when you will do all these work like reading, writing and listening, you will speak in English. I will give you the example of so many students, those who are I have trained those for the speaking in English. They have now a good speaker, but they have done these type of basic work like reading, writing and listening, and now they can speak, and it is your turn to speak in English. So try to speak in English with the people around you, those who can understand English, even they are your teachers or they are your friends or the family members. But try to speak in English with those people, those who can understand. Do not embarrass others or embarrass yourself to speak in English. You will see mostly the foreigners, mostly those come into India, they also try to speak in the local language sometimes, in basically in the Hindi, but they find some difficulty because Hindi, if you want to learn Hindi, so you have to pay a very good attention, and you have to work hard. But if you want to learn English, it is very easy. But if you talk about other language like French, German, Spanish, they are very hard to learn. But English is the most easiest language. That is why it is the global language, because anyone and every person from whichever country can learn the English and can speak in English in maybe just in 30 days. In US also, in England also, in Canada, in Australia, there are the language schools are also there which can train you in just 1 week. They also follow the same strategy which I am telling you: the reading, writing, listening and speaking. Reading is must, writing is must, listening is must, and finally your goal is to become a good speaker English. So that is the way, the proper way. What is the first of all, I have tell you that you should read, you should write and you should listen, and then you can be a good speaker. But as well as I would like to tell you that you should have to work hard on your vocabulary skills also. Vocabulary skills is that you should learn at least 500 words every day. If you are not able to learn 500 words every day, you can learn 250 words. 250 words is easy to learn. You will find the word in an editorial page, or then you can buy a book from the market for the dictionary or the Google. There is a Google also where you can search the advanced word and find their meaning also in English, so that you can make yourself better and familiar with the English. And you should think in English, not in you have to make a sentence in a mind, or not even translate in your mind, but try to think in English, then you can speak in English. Thinking in English is a very good idea. And if you want to speak English, like if you got a chance to speak in English, or you are in a seminar, or in a some place, like you have to give the speech. So what you will do over there? Do you translate in your mind, or so it will take more time, and or you will make a speech. Making a speech or a note is a good idea, but if you want to give a good impression on your audience, so you should be a perfect speaker, or you can make a sentence at even just a second, so that you can speak in English. You can take a pause also while speaking. Taking a pause is a good idea to speak in front of the thousand people. If you are speaking in front of the thousand people, you should take a pause. Taking a pause is also a good example of the confidence also, and it will also improve your credibility also, and it will also give a good impression upon your audience, those who are listening you. So for this, the everyday activity which have tell you before, that reading is must, writing is must, listening is must, and as well as you should learn the vocabulary, the words, advanced word every day, which is more important if you really want to speak in English. If you will like speak in English, but if you do not have the words, you don't have the knowledge of the vocabulary, so how will you speak in English? How will you communicate with the people? So for this, you need to work hard on your vocabulary skills. You should learn at least 250 words every day, so that your vocabulary will be improved. And when your vocabulary will be improved, so only then you can speak in English with the people. And for the corporate sector jobs also, those who are applying for the corporate jobs, they are students of the BTech, they should also work hard on their speaking skills if they are planning for the interview. Or other things, like the students who are planning for the overseas study, they should they should also make themselves comfortable and make themselves familiar with the English, familiar with the English, so that they can speak in English and get a good job over there. Because we all know that the English speaking country which is very popular in the student, those who are going for the abroad studies, are the England, Australia, and the Canada. The Canada is most favorite because their policies for the PR, the permanent resident, it's very easy. Everyone can go over there for study. They can get a visa for work, and after that they can apply for the permanent residency like PR. And for the PR, they grant a PR for the 5 years, where they can work over there and can live, can buy the house. So these are type of facilities. That is why the students are considering more Canada, not the England or the London, England and the Australia. Those who want to really are very much keen about the study, they go to England because there are so many university. But those who want to stay there, want to stable, want to uh, make their life and make their future uh, advantages of the country, they consider the Canada, because the Canada is providing the permanent residency for the students, those who are